ChatGPT thinks I'm cooked. And for the first 3 months of my training, I was. Because I was eating like a health influencer, not a runner. So I've tried a bunch of diets in the past, from carnivore to keto to going high carb, and of course to just whatever my mom makes me. But the thing was, after trying all these fad diets online, my current diet, the stuff I eat right now, isn't something pre-made online. And that's important because besides training, diet has been the #2 factor in increasing my running endurance and how fast I recover. It wasn't until I stopped listening to influencers online and started listening to my body that I finally cracked that 13-mile barrier. Here's exactly what changed. So I'm gonna give you 3 main principles of what to do so you can start building your own best diet. The first one is what not to do. Don't just go online, find some random trendy diet, and then go all in on it without testing it first. For example, I've gone down that route. I've tried carnivore, I've tried keto, but the issue is throughout my testing, it didn't give me the best performance for my runs. So now, instead of blindly following influencers online, I test out a bunch of different foods and see how that affects my performance before I fully commit to it in my diet. All right, number 2, eat the bad carbs. So everyone tells you, oh, don't eat these gummy bears, they're not good for you. And instead eat the salad. But the thing is, when you're on a run, sugar isn't the enemy, it's actually your fuel. And the reason you wanna eat a lot of carbs when you're running is because it's an easier access to energy compared to fat or protein. Fat takes a lot longer to burn compared to carbs. So when your body has a lot of sugar in it because you eat a lot of carbs, you'll be able to run without getting tired as quickly. Now, here's a disclaimer though. Keto can work and it's worked for a lot of people, but the issue is most people eat way too much protein on a keto diet, which means that it's not actually keto at all because instead of burning fat, your body starts burning the protein that you eat on a ketogenic diet. And actual keto diets should be monitored by an actual health person and not some YouTuber online, which is why actual ketogenesis is very hard to achieve. And most runners just use carbs and it works amazingly for 99% of the people who do that. All right, number 3, the last thing you need to keep in mind is that whatever diet you go for, it has to be high in protein. And that's because protein is a building block of your entire body and all the processes that go on within it. And if you want to perform at 100% every time you work out, you need to eat a lot of protein. And then aside from protein, just try to get simple carbs right before you run so that you have a boost of energy whenever you go on a workout. And everything else can be determined by your testing to see whichever foods work best with your body. Now, the hack to use for protein is 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's just a simple rule. And it may sound like a lot. So let's say if you weigh 150 pounds, you need to get 150 grams of protein. But all you really need to keep in mind is that 100 grams of protein is about 1 pound of meat and a little bit more. So of course, you don't have to always eat meat. You can eat eggs, yogurt, or you can even get into plants. But just try to get as much protein as possible in your diet so that you can maintain maximum performance. So it turns out ChatGPT was wrong. I'm not cooked, I just need more carbs. And now, let me know down in the comments what your favorite carb source is. For me, right before my runs, I love to eat things like gummy bears or honey. And now if you want to see the actual running plan that I use to train for the marathon, click the little eye in the corner.